Hi, this was day one of Eric and Kara's road trip, big road trip.
Yes.
We'd like to just give you some updates that happened throughout the day, point out some things that we really liked or did not like, and she laughs. We'll get to that in just a little bit. I guess the first thing, we started off this morning. We were going to leave yesterday. We decided not to because after packing and it was kind of stressful, to be honest.
Yes, very.
So after all the packing, we decided, let's just relax, have dinner, sleep, go to bed early, and then we started this morning at about 8 o'clock. So one thing that we did, or we're going to do this trip, is play the whole license plate game. So we're going to try to see all 50 states and all 5 Canadian provinces. Sophie, is that right? I don't know. So we're going to try to see everything, and so far, actually, today, we did get quite a few.
Got 11.
Got 11. What do we get? We got Alabama,
California, Colorado, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Maine, Mississippi, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas.
So we're good. We're like quarter of the way there. Not really. How many did you say?
11.
7 o'clock this morning. We started heading east, and first thing we noticed were a crap load of trees. But no, one thing I did notice and was very obvious was that there were a ton of fake oil derricks everywhere. It was so cliche. It was like, hey, we're in Texas, big oil state. We're gonna put fake oil derricks everywhere. Put our gas station sign on it, or insert random sign here.
They even had oil derricks like covering picnic tables at that rest stop I saw.
Need I say more? Another thing was, the signs.
Oh yeah, as soon as we got into Louisiana, they have all those casino billboards. And at the bottom of every single one of them, it says gambling problem, call this 1-800 number, as if, I guess it's mandatory.
Yeah, we figured that's probably some sort of Louisiana state law, that if you have a gambling sign, you can have them, but if you have them, you have to put in the state-subsidized 1-800 number for gambling problems. So we thought that was kind of interesting. First kind of big city that we hit was Shreveport. It was actually a little bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, there were actually like towers there.
Yeah, like more than 6-7 floors. We're talking maybe 15-story buildings. So, but we parked and we went and walked around and we saw a number of buildings, and we'll probably try to fit this into the slideshow, into this video. If not, you guys can go onto the Flickr website or wherever we end up posting. Shreveport. What did you think, Shreveport? When we walked around downtown, what did you think?
It was old and had a lot of character.
That's the thing is, I like new things. I mean, living in Frisco, everything's new. But this had so much character, so much culture was there. It was pretty amazing. And you'll see it in the photos. A lot of the older buildings were very ornate, the way they were put together. They were cool, like all the different alleyways and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a skateboarder's dream. I mean, you could like kind of sneak behind a building and then, do whatever, insert cool skateboard trick here, over rails and under brick arches and stuff like that. But anyway, take a look at the pictures. Those are really cool.
After we went through downtown, we walked about a block over, and then we went through the Red River district, and there was that's where all the casinos were on the Red River. And what's crazy is that they have like the boats, like the old steamboat looking things, out behind the casinos, and they like built these pools for the boats to sit in, so they're in water, although they're just pools, like big retained area that they filled with water, so that they're in water and not on Louisiana land.
And I don't think it has to do with I don't think it's for show, because it really didn't look that good. It was kind of like their sole purpose was to make sure water was touching it. And it probably has to do with some sort of laws, to where if maritime law versus, common law that's on land, maritime law, if it's on water, it doesn't technically fall under the jurisdiction of Louisiana State. Or something like that is what we figure is going on. But it was kind of interesting. You can take a look at those pictures.
Yeah. And then under that bridge that goes over the Red River, there's a Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
The two people that we knew of were Terry Bradshaw and Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran, that's right.
That's a great one to have.
But there's like 15 other ones that we had no clue who they were. So some Walk of Fame that was. But hey, you know what? It's Shreveport. It's all good.
So after we went through Shreveport, we went south towards Alexandria, and about halfway through Alexandria, you started smelling something kind of nasty, and Eric said it smelled like old people, that it smelled like mothballs. It was disgusting. Like, how could you breathe in mothballs all day long?
And the whole town smelled like it. I mean, we drove through the highway with the window. Were the windows down at that point? No, they were up, and it smelled so bad. And I said it smelled like old people because my grandmother's house smells like mothballs. Carrie, you understand what I'm talking about. And then shortly after that...
Yeah, we were driving down the road, and a ways off we saw like some white smoke down in the way, and it just got thicker and thicker. It was like really dense fog, and it was, I don't know what they were burning or something.
But it smelled actually pretty good. We had the windows down at that point. But we did get some pictures of it, but I don't think it turned out as thick as it looked by eye. I don't know. Maybe we're exaggerating. If we are, whatever. So
I rolled my window up because I didn't want to smell my hair to smell too much like smoke.
Oh, that's why you did that. I was wondering why you did that. I cut the other three down. So after we left Shreveport and went through the mothball town and then the road of smoke, we hit Lafayette, and then we had to go east from Lafayette to Baton Rouge. Well, between those two, that's where we hit the bayou. Like what they sing about in Creedence Clearwater Revival songs, the bayou. It was cool. It was like how many miles of bridge?
Almost the entire way was a bridge, and there was just water and muck and trees all around.
And so
crazy.
I think we have like one good photo, and we'll try to show that, or you'll see it on the websites.
Around 5 o'clock or so, it started getting dark after Baton Rouge, and I was kind of thinking about like what animals I should be looking out for, like deer and cows and horses. But I was like, yeah, since we're in Louisiana, maybe something like crawfish and alligators or something. But like even the road from Baton Rouge to New Orleans, the most of that was bridge too. So thankfully you don't have to worry about animals when you're on a bridge. So that was nice.
At least we think.
Maybe flying snakes.
So at this point, the sun was going down. It was pretty much, we're trying to find a place to stay. I guess we didn't want to try staying in the car tonight, being our first night. We wanted to kind of treat ourselves, maybe relax, get this videotape out, do the video, do all the editing. So I called around and found a rig that seemed decent. Turned out, I thought it was in New Orleans. Well, to get there, we had to go away from New Orleans, so we
don't know where we are.
We don't know, frankly, we don't know where we are. It's dark, and honestly, and we'll get closer to this, honestly, it's like, it's scary here. All the buildings are run down, and like, this hotel room scares me. It smells horrible. I am kind of afraid for my life at the same time. At the same time, I'm kind of enjoying it because it's not what you find at home. So we were scared when we first got here. At least I was. She seemed to be okay, but we're good now. She consoled me. I cried a little bit. We're okay. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. That's day one. We'll Well,
tomorrow we'll bring you more of New Orleans in the daylight.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're going to go to the French Quarter, and then from that, after we get enough New Orleans, hopefully we'll be able to make it to Destin, Florida on time. We want to see the white sand beaches. If we make it there and the sun's down, we'll probably stay there and then check out the beaches in the morning. So, but that's pretty much it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we bid you adieu. Goodbye.